Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, look three.
And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throw left side, complete. That's Carter. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now it's Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. I'll guarantee you Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. SOS. Easy. SOS. Undercrush.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's trash. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Yellow, yellow.
Go right here now. Check 52. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
So that'll back him up 5.
Yellow. I'm going, Eddie.
They get in with that.
Yellow.
Big gas, big gas. No, no, no. Off. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Attack, attack.
Everyone, 37 is the team 6. It's the pass. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Go, go, go. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch twist, like 31. 49, check 49, check 49. Hatchet.
They'll toss it to Miller. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Flushed out right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Bird on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
15.
Get wide.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stills bringing it in. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Watson steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the red zone now, Watson on the left side. This is Stills. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on third down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Fighting through, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back's mine.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
3rd and long. It's Watson, eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, boys, 3. Lost 59. Out, 59. So we got man.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Where's the tap? 19.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Blue there.
Line up, go. Out, go.
Watson looks to throw again. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike
43. 43.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Caught left side, Williams.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
Defense. Alpha. Give me that ball, defense. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Danny.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Everyone, 37.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's the way. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check the outs. Check the outs.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Travis Kelce, as time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
15.
Rush in.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
50, yellow. 50, 55. Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Deuce.
Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. To Thompson on the screen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
He's crashing. He's checking crowd.
Hey, 15. Right. 41. Here we go. Finish the game.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Yellow. All right, lady.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill, kill, kill.
Attack, attack. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Come on, baby.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, baby.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes caught. Kelsey, left side. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Move, move, move. Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Come to
On first down, Thompson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Well, last year, Chris Conley was the 3rd option at receiver for Kansas City. He shipped off to Jacksonville. Now they're hoping that Robinson can help fill that void. And Andy Reid has said that he and Mahomes are developing a great rapport, hoping to improve upon the 22 times they connected last season.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got a moonwalk. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, yellow, hey, go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he finds Stills, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quick talking about it and bring it. Slam, slam, slam.
Again, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check 9. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Yellow.
Watch twins. Shift.
Again, it's Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
A I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Carter. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Watson flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here we go on 4th. Watson dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really
hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down. I got 11.
Now Williams. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Houston, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.